everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We are just moments away from kickoff, and we've got a good one on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Washington Redskins. With that, let's get on.
This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Washington Redskins. Dustin Hopkins has it on the tee, and here we go from our nation's capital. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led out by the former Texas Christian University Horned Frog, Andy Dalton.
And there's no substitute for experience in this league. And what it usually leads to, a whole lot of confidence. Andy Dalton is sharp with where to go with the football now. I think he sees reads before they actually even happen. He can sense them now. And he is one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL.
And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Dalton here from the gun. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Keenum and the Redskins now going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Sean Williams that time in on the stop. And for this offense, yellow highlighter around Trent Williams.
As well there should be. A Pro Bowl, all-pro type of a left tackle. So mobile, you could also see him as a tight end. This guy is a terrific football player.
Hey, take 53, 55.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Keenum. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson, 79 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Cincinnati getting the football back here, and as a broadcaster, I guess it's my solemn duty to say that cliched line that everyone's been saying. The Cincinnati Bengals, CD, as we head to the offseason, they are on the clock. Record-wise, worst in the NFL, 2-14. But, hey, if it was Andy Dalton's last game in Cincinnati, Week 17, he did get the victory over in-state rival Cleveland to get him that second win of the year.
And what a great win for him because of all he's meant to that franchise. You remember when he took over there, expectations were low. Got to the playoffs his first year. You know, he and A.J. Green hooking up for big plays. And he's been a terrific quarterback for them for a long time. The team has now gone into a regression, and they'll probably start fresh. And frankly, they were on the clock probably starting October 1. Okay, so that's kind of where it went for them. I would think quarterback would be the place that they'll look at the #1 pick overall. And there's a certain quarterback out there that everyone's talking about and speculating who was darn good last year in the college football that could very well end up in Cincinnati. And by the way, he has Ohio roots. Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going to, whether it's seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back near his goal line, here's Keenum. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. And they work this out past the 25. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Keenum now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Keenum now to throw. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. From the 44, Keenum, and a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
Ineligible receiver.
Well, let's see who this is on.
Offense.
Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now it's Keenum. Hits his target. It's Adrian Peterson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. From the gun, here's Keenum. He'll rifle this one, and that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A first down and then some. 36 yards. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Keenum. And he whips that one incomplete there. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 2nd and 10. Keenum here again. Going to throw deep. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. Sean Dion Hamilton was there to bring him down defensively.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what second down brings. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. They'll run it here with Bernard. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And now to the air. Dalton. He drops it off for Bernard. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Open man is Ross, complete. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Fighting his way through contact. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. About set now for their next drive, Case Keenum and the Redskins. And they must have seen some. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will be caught inside the 10. What a grab. A good pick up there of 20 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front, Des.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by a Darius Geis touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. The business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Back out now comes Washington's offense, and if you do a dive into the 2019 season, you know that things just not so rosy in the nation's capital football-wise for the Redskins. 3-13. Jay Gruden let go back in the middle of the season, but now a new man in charge, Ron Rivera. What did you think of the hire?
I thought it was a spectacular hire for Washington because, to me, Ron Rivera would have been the leading candidate in Washington, in Dallas. Okay, I mean, you know, in Cleveland, wherever there was an opening, save Carolina, where he just got let go, to me, he was the top candidate. A professional who played in the league, so he'll be respected that way. He'll be respected as a head coach who took his team to a Super Bowl. First thing he did, got rid of the ping pong tables in the locker room. New man in town, new discipline in town, but I really think it was a home run hire for Washington.
And I'm with you, but isn't it interesting how these coaches can be recycled? Yeah, Carolina apparently said, hey, he's not good enough for us anymore, but other places, they would love to have it.
And I think a lot of that has to do with whoever owns the team or if there's a new person making decisions above the head coach. Because if that person had hired Ron Rivera, might have stuck with him through a small downtime and knew he had a great coach. But oftentimes when you're the owner and it's your first hire, you really want to hire someone yourself. And when there's an opportunity, you take it. And that's why Ron Rivera is no longer in Carolina.
On the carry, Thompson able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On play action, it's Keenum. He's got his man. This is Jackson. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 37.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. To throw is Keenum. Looking long for his touch. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It's a gain of 34. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Case Keenum, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
A shotgun snap for Keenum, and this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here, because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now on 2nd and 13, Dalton. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Dalton gives to Bernard. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ballgame. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Working from the gun, Keenum. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Here comes Erickson. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Green brings it in. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And the Bengal fans are probably saying, where has that been?
And they have to, because everyone wants to talk about having a balanced offense, but these two, Andy Dalton, A.J. Green, their connection is vital to their chances of winning.
And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. Andy Dalton now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Another chance for Dalton. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down. From midfield here, Dalton. Finding Green complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. This will be Dalton again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. And the Bengals on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. So Dalton now. And that will be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's Dalton. And it is incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
The linebacker, Preston Brown, brings him down. Geis with a carry on second down. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Touchdown, Washington! Darius Geis with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. 22. We got 4. 22. 9. 6 guys.
And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, I mean, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No. Okay.
Let's go.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now Dalton, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Throwing, Dalton. That's complete. Bernard. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He's got Green. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. Now here's Here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Preston Brown, there to knock that one away. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for their offensive guys.
Here's Keenum to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Sean Williams there defensively to break that one up. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Erickson now to return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They'll start on the ground here with Bernard. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll be a loss of one, and that'll bring up a second and 11. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So the sack, and now it's third and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Dalton here from the gun. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. This will be fielded at the 17. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. First down, here's a run with Peterson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. So a victory here for the Washington Redskins, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Redskins as we say so long from FedEx Field.